Yesterday, someone's truck being towed turned into some Grand Theft Auto 6 footage in real life. This gentleman immediately got himself 5 stars after losing his temper with his truck being towed, and it was chaotic. I was gonna wait for him to get caught before talking about this, because I wanted to hear what he had to say about all of this hoopla. Like, I don't know why in my stupid little tiny reptile brain, I was under the impression that he'd give some kind of press conference about it. Like, listen, I may have blown a gasket, I was a little off my gourd with this one, and then go into detail about what he thought he would accomplish with this. But obviously, that's not going to happen, and somehow he still hasn't been caught, despite him being captured on 3 separate videos, all of which we're going to go over. We have damn near a 360-degree video that we can put together of this Grand Theft Auto moment. It's fucking incredible here.
Get that fucking truck down. I'm warning you, motherfucker. Get the fuck away from this truck. Get the fuck out of here.
His precious truck has now become his battering ram. It's like the scene out of Fast and Furious 5 with the vault trailing behind Dominic Toretto and Paul Walker. This dude is just annihilating the entire city block with his precious truck that he went to such lengths to try and protect. Now he's just racking up crimes here like he's trying to catch them all like Pokemon. So he is hitting every single parked car in the vicinity. His truck has definitely seen better days. He is destroying not only his property, but everyone's property around there. It kind of reminds me of Killdozer from many years ago, where that guy got really upset and then decided to modify a bulldozer, basically turning it into a fucking Gundam. He put like giant cement walls on it, turned it into an armored vehicle, and just went on a rampage causing carnage. This guy's kind of doing the same thing here. He's like a diet inbred Killdozer here with the tow truck. He just potato sacked his own truck here. It's like Super Mario 64 where you swing Bowser around. He just did that with his truck. It unhooked and just flew right off, and then the guy just continues to make a getaway in the tow truck. So fundamentally what happened is, his truck was being towed. He then steals the tow truck to try and keep his truck. He loses his truck in the process and totals it as well, and then just steals the tow truck. And that's the entire series of events. He's now committed multiple crimes. What a fucking lunatic. Also, the sound that it made when the truck fell off, it was like a bomb going off in there. Speaking of a bomb going off, if you want a flavor bomb in your mouth, get some goof juice. Gamersupps.gg/moist. There's a special going on right now. If you use code MOIST, you get free shipping on any order anywhere in the world.
You can't put your hand on that man!
I opened this window! I said, oh my God! Yo!
Oh, that dude is nuts.
Yo! Bro! Oh my God! Oh my God! Yo! What the fuck? Yo!
Oh, shit.
What the fuck?
Here's a different vantage point here. So now we're looking down on the action here. We got the top-down camera from the Jumbotron. So you can see this from an eagle eye perspective. When you see it from up here, you can see that he hits every single car down that line. So since the door's hanging off, it's hitting every single mirror. And in the next video, you're gonna see he basically erases every mirror. It goes through that like a sports player coming out of the tunnel giving fans high fives on the way through. That is his car door to every mirror there, just slapping them. It's impressive how much damage he was able to cause in such a short period of time. Now, I get being upset about having your car towed. Last time I got towed, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. And it ended up with me at the tow truck company looking like a bumbling fucking moron, where I was so all over the place from the headache of trying to figure out which of the 50 different tow truck companies towed my vehicle, because there was no indication on which one it could have been. So it was a big game of cat and mouse. It was frustrating. I get there and I asked them if they have my keys. And the guy looked at me like I was some kind of extraterrestrial. He said, "What do you mean, do we have your keys?" "No, you should have your keys. Like, we didn't drive your car away, dummy. You should still have those. We towed it." And it didn't register with me. I was like, "What do you mean you don't have my keys? Who took my keys then?" Like, I couldn't process it. So eventually I pieced it together. And then when I was signing the paperwork, he needed the license. And when I pulled the license out of my wallet, I had lost control of it, and I ended up flicking it like Gambit, flicking one of his cards as a weapon at the guy. So I ended up like throwing my license at this dude. He probably took it as extremely disrespectful, but it was an accident. It's not like I was mad at them. They're just doing their job. It was just like a really frustrating series of events, and I have no doubt that guy probably thought I was drunk driving that car out of there. But yeah, the point I'm making is I would rather go through that experience 1,000 times before I would ever think to do what this absolute fucking imbecile did here.
Dude, put my fucking truck down now. Put this fucking truck down. Get the fuck out of it. Get down, you motherfucker. Put the truck down. Put the truck down.
We get such a clear look at Skinny Goldberg here. So he's rolling up, bald as shit, angry as shit, and he starts to tussle with the guy towing his truck. Apparently what was happening before this is he was actually in the truck while it was being towed, and he started spinning his tires on it. So he was immediately escalating everything here, and then it culminates to him obviously stealing the tow truck. It was a bad day to be a side mirror. That was an apocalypse for side mirrors. There was only one survivor that I could count before he like whipped it into the other vehicles there. And then of course he just tosses it to the side right there, having it fall over. And he doesn't stop or anything. He just keeps going. I wonder if he even knew that he had lost his truck back there. He was probably so angry and fuming that he didn't even register that he just left his truck behind. The whole reason for his crime spree. What's baffling to me is this guy has not been arrested yet. So, according to NYPD, there have been no developments since the incident, but they did say that the fleeing maniac hit a car that had someone in it, and that person ended up at a medical center. Like, they know who this guy is. The failure to make an arrest is stunning. This is coming from the article, and I agree with whoever's writing the article here that it is stunning he's not arrested for this. The truck that was being towed has a long record of violations, 13 school zone speed camera violations, as well as multiple parking tickets, and owes $1,313 in fines, and subject to towing because it had more than 350 in unpaid tickets. I just don't understand why they're not doing anything about this. He is a menace, and they know exactly who he is, and they're not doing anything. Why? But I just want to talk about this a little bit. That's it. See ya. Disney, supposedly the happiest place on earth, oftentimes leads to the most rowdy of individuals going ballistic. It sometimes starts to look like a Waffle House at 3 a.m., like fights break out, you know, bad blood, all kinds of like grudge matches, brawls. I don't know what it is about Disney, but it brings that demon out of people from time to time. And today we're going to be looking at a magical meltdown that just happened in one of the Disney parks from an insufferable asshole making an absolute fool out of himself to a degree that even Walt Disney's rolling over in his grave at the pure hostility that this guy was able to showcase over something so small.
They cut on the walk where you guys walking slow. We're all going to the same place. You don't give a fuck, bro. You're a fucking nerd, dude. I'm not arguing no fucking female. Like,
surprise, you all just fell victim to one of Charles's classic practical jokes where I convinced you that it was one insufferable asshole, but in reality, it's an entire group of them. And one of them even hits a Fortnite emote here by doing like the crying motion with his hands. That is so unbelievably cringe. So the story here is this group cut everyone in line at Epcot, and then when people rightfully pointed out that it's disrespectful to do that, this group had the gall to make a big stink about it and get mad at everybody else, which is a load of dirty barnacles. So then one person started filming and then posted this video, which exploded online. Now, while the whole group does suck fuck, there is one clown amongst them that shines brighter than all the rest, and he's about to introduce himself.
Fucking Harry Potter, nigga. Shut the fuck up.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
Yeah, shut the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. You shouldn't have said shit to me. Mind your business.
You shouldn't have cut everyone.
Mind your business.
They did it. I got here
Our
before
group,
you
when
guys.
you get up, they cut on the walk.
Fuck you.
They cut.
God, this whole group looks like they accepted an open casting call for background extras in Stranger Things.
So then, fuck you. You're a nerd, bro.
His main insult is calling this guy a nerd. That is some childish nonsense right there. I'll say some childish phrases ironically, but this guy keeps using it aggressively, as though he thinks it's legitimately like some kind of big dunk. I was half expecting him to whip out stupid face, like, hey, stupid face, loser. And then his friend is only making it worse by Fortnite emoting like this. I have expected the third goober there to start doing the L dance or whatever. Like, it's so embarrassing, and it's all caught on film.
I'll never let nobody disrespect my girl. Bitch, she's a bitch.
Okay.
I don't disrespect females. You're a
Yeah,
bitch.
welcome. You're here too.
I thought you were talking. All you're doing.
I play football at the University of Central Florida. Show up, pussy.
And here's that main clown that I was talking about, front and center here, even posing for his big moment, his glory. He says that he plays football for the University of Central Florida. But would you believe me if I told you that that's just a complete fucking lie? This tough guy here had to start making shit up in order to be intimidating. Then this video blew up to such a big degree that the actual UCF University had to come forward and denounce him, saying, "We don't know who this maniac is. He does not play for the UCF football team and never has." And it turns out he doesn't even go to UCF. He actually pulled out a fan fiction here to puff out his chest. It's baffling. And also, it's not just the guys of the group that are, like, going haywire, like hog wild here with emotes. The girlfriends are doing just as much. One of them is doing this gesture, which I don't even know what this is. What is this, like the Shrek ears or something? Like, all of them are just busting out idle animations like they're malfunctioning Sims characters. It's so bizarre. And they are the ones in the wrong. They cut in front of everybody, and then everyone said, hey, that was disrespectful. And they get so mad about it.
You're a fucking thing.
Oh my gosh, what are you gonna say? Come on.
Guys, I'm not mad.
Yeah, true. You're right. I'm gonna play that game. Record this. Yeah, record me, homie. What you want? You want my name, social security? What you want?
My address, you
I make money, homie. I'm a businessman, bro.
Actually, I'd like to know
The number one sign of extreme insecurity, he immediately starts talking about how much money he makes out of nowhere. What does it have to do with cutting people in line at a Disney theme park? What the fuck is going on? This man is fighting demons. He's fighting his inner ghosts right now in public. And Jesus Christ, it's cringe. And his goofball sidekick there that's latched onto him like a leech thinks it's the most hilarious thing ever. So in between doing this gesture, he's just like busting out laughing, like side-splitting comedy. He only has two emotions, this and ha 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 ha, at everything. That's it.
family that you cut in front of all of us to be with.
Oh, really? Because I was here for
Stop. They cut on the walk.
Fuck you.
They consider him. Just stop talking to him. When you give people attention, attention is currency. You're done. You're cut off. I ain't talking to you. Last
That's
words.
why you keep getting
Last
in his
words.
face.
He's recording me. I'm gonna record y'all back then. How about that?
That is the number one sign that you lost. That is worse than waving the white flag. You are surrendering. If you try and pull the Uno reverse, I'm going to record you. It's kaput. That is game, set, and match. You got fucking skunked. That is always the surest sign of defeat.
Record you back.
You wanna record
Shut
me?
up,
Bitch,
Stella.
I'll
Go the fuck back and shut the fuck up.
Dumbass bitch, meet me
Come
outside.
on.
He's going Insano style now. Friendly fire. Just pushes the girl back, which is part of their crew, and then he tells her to shut the fuck up. You remember a second ago where he talked about how he'd never let anyone disrespect his girl and he would never disrespect a female? Let me go ahead and jog your memory here real quick. I'll pull up a replay on the Jumbotron for you.
I'll never let nobody disrespect my girl. Bitch, she's a bitch.
Okay.
I don't disrespect females. You're a
Yeah,
bitch.
welcome. You're here.
Well, that statement didn't age super well. No one's allowed to disrespect his girl except him. No one pushes his girlfriend around except for him. He's the only one allowed to put hands on her. And that's exactly what he does. You absolute fucking degenerate. Now, he doesn't actually play football for UCF, but if he did, he'd know that that's a fucking penalty right there. Unnecessary roughness. That shit is so uncalled for. Yelling and screaming and then trying to flex about how much money you make or whatever and pretending that you play football in your fucking fantasy Narnia land in your brain, all of that is vile behavior. But what's truly diabolical is him getting physical with women, shoving this girl away. And this is someone that went there with them.
Come on, bitch.
We'll make it a 2 for 2.
Let's do it. Oh my god, what does he look like? Can I just pull up my phone real quick?
Yeah.
Bro, he looks like a faggot.
Wow.
Yeah, your ears didn't deceive you. She just called them a slur. And then that NPC I was talking about earlier that only has 2 modes, this and laugh, goes into factory reset settings and lets out a hysterical Joker laugh. Like this nasally squeal that vaguely resembled the Joker.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Oh my god, insert it.
Mans is recording me because he wants to be famous. So I'm going to give him his 10 seconds of fame on my Snapchat.
You know what's a
What's your
slur,
at?
right? That's a really...
What's your at? What's your at?
Another timeless classic from this narcissistic, insufferable asshole saying that, oh, this guy's recording me because he wants some attention, he wants to be famous, and the only way he can do that is to suckle a little bit of fame out of my ditty.
What's your at? They'll add you. What's your at? I got clout. So what's your
I don't
at?
know what that means. I'm too.
What's your at? What's your Snapchat?
What's a Snapchat?
Oh, okay. You're fucking weird. What are you recording me for?
Yes, all of the clout that he has to give away like Santa Claus, he just has such an abundance of clout. It's just so painful to listen to him, just a narcissistic douchebag weirdo. I don't know how people's brains get so poisoned to end up like that. Just actual rotted from the inside out.
You watch me on Saturdays. You and your family tailgate outside of my stadium, nigga. Who asked? Oh, entitled? I'm not entitled at all. Hey, ma'am, I took off my shirt because I'm hot. I don't disrespect females like I said earlier. I'll talk to men, I'm not going to talk to females.
Again, he doesn't play football for the UCF or anything at all. He is just so wrapped up in his own delusion that I think he's starting to believe it himself. He's entering into a different dimension of delusional. And everyone already saw him shove the girl that he was with, so I don't know why he keeps trying to say that he doesn't disrespect females. He literally just fucking gave her a hockey body check out of there and told her to shut the fuck up in front of everybody. Like, I don't even know why you're trying to keep saying that you're not going to ever be disrespectful to females. And then he finishes by saying he won't talk to females either. So this guy is completely out of his mind.
Bro, don't say shit to them, bro. They're fucking lame. Look like Harry Potter.
Hey, what is this? What is this?
You guys.
So what happened was me and her...
They were up front of everybody. They're trying to say we're skipping because we walked up to our girlfriend. I make money. I don't argue with people. I make money.
All you have done is argue at people and just randomly keep talking about how you make money? How? By arguing? With who? It's so confusingly disconnected from reality. And his friend that he's with so badly wants to be one of the boys here. So he tries to get his attention. He's like, bro, who's this? Who's this? And then he tries to do like an impression, but then like, I don't know, his Windows operating system in his brain had to reboot or something because he fucking blue screened. I don't know what he was trying to do with that, but it didn't land. His friend didn't even look at him. Nobody laughed, and then the Disney manager showed up. And then he tries to make it seem like they're innocent. Oh, they're mad because we walked up to our girlfriends. You still cut in line in front of everybody. Like, people still have a right to be like, hey, that's disrespectful and a bit rude. Like, you can still say that. Like, you're still in the wrong.
You're how old? I'm 21. I got more money in NIL than you ever. Look me up. Google me. Google me.
What's your name?
Google me.
I guarantee he desperately wishes he could take those words back. That's probably one of his biggest regrets in his life. He issued a challenge that the internet accepted. So they Googled him, and it wasn't hard to find all of his information. He does have a criminal past. He's also not 21 years old. He's 23. He also did do like a stream addressing this on Instagram, where he said that the girl was 17 years old. Stella, which I think is the one he shoved, is 17 years old. And then he called her his girlfriend there to the Disney manager. So he's a 23-year-old dating a 17-year-old. All of this information has come out now because of all of this. And he literally asked for it. It's fucking crazy.
He's a bully. Like, come on, bro. I'm at Epcot. Epcot. And the girl who, okay, now let me press on that situation. The girl is Stella, a friend of mine. She's fucking 17 years old. When he called...
I can't find the full stream, but according to this Instagram account, he apparently said that this all started when they called him the N-word, which, you know, it's hard to say if that's true or false considering we don't have any evidence of it because he said it happened before the video came on. But I feel like if that was the case, it would have been addressed at some point within the 3-minute meltdown. They would have said, like, you're racist or something to him. Like, why would you say the N-word, this and that? But never once was that mentioned by anybody in that group. So I do find it kind of hard to believe that that was the catalyst here. I tend to lean more towards, like, the official story here, that these assholes cut in line, people pointed out that it was rude, and then they got mad at them for pointing it out, and it led to this whole hoopla, this massive song and dance. That's what I think is the true story here. But anyway, I wanted to share this because what an embarrassing fucking meltdown. That's about it. So yeah. Some guy went for a forklift joyride on my street at 12 in the morning and the police went for a slow speed chase for 30 minutes in Sacramento. Did they film it? They get the chopper out for that? 6 days ago. Look at you. Big guy, you're on the big screen here, CBS Sacramento.
But it sounded like every police officer in Sacramento was in the neighborhood.
They might have been. This is a big case.
It was surrounded.
Where's the forklift? Is it activating camouflage? Where is it? It's like a Christmas Day parade. Where the fuck is the forklift? Let's go! My man.
The Sacramento Police Department told CBS
Man, I think he's got some get up and go to it. Was that like 15 miles an hour? That's not bad. Man, I love that every neighbor has security cameras and a Ring doorbell for this. So many angles. He ran through the fence. Wait, what? Can you show me your dash cam for that? Wait, how the fuck is the forklift getting through the fence? It's gotta be like the worst thing for it to go through because the tongs are gonna get stuck in the chain link, right? I mean, it's not gonna like destroy the forklift or anything, but he's gonna just be dragging the chain link behind him and it's gonna slow him down even more. A wood fence maybe? Oh, interesting. Okay, interesting. Yeah, good point. For what? What do you do wrong? Can't drive a forklift on the road anymore? Resisting arrest. He was probably just finding a good place to pull over. Damn. Broke down my ass. Forklifts don't break down. They spike trapped him. He almost got away. Man had 6 stars and was cruising. Yeah, it doesn't have a whole lot of information here. Oh, here. The forklift is believed to be stolen, but investigators have been unable to locate the owner. They make it sound like a lost dog. So for now, we've taken it in and fed it food and water. The forklift is doing just fine, albeit a little shaken up. Coincidentally, on the same day, there was a man in Seattle who stole an excavator to try and build himself a house. Maybe they were in cahoots or something. They called each other up and said, "Bud, execute Order 66. You get the excavator, I've got the forklift. We'll meet in the middle." I mean, this happened 2 months ago in Florida. Another stolen excavator. Excavators must just be super easy to find. This happens all the time. This man drove it into a fucking Walmart. Just look up stolen excavator Seattle. Okay. Oh yeah, here, 2 days ago. Seattle man steals excavator to build cabin in the woods.
In one of those, allegedly stealing an excavator from a nearby construction site. You saw him driving
an interesting plan.
Equipment?
Oh yeah.
In Jose Rizal Park.
He goes, "I'm building a cabin down there," and I said, "No, you're fucking not."
Volunteers at homeless outreach group We Heart Seattle called 911.
Okay.
The words out of his mouth was, "I was told I can do this. This is everybody's land." And
Andrea Suarez says the criminal...
Hey. That's not a bad defense. I mean, what happened to it being a free country? What, you can't build a cabin in the woods anymore? Huh? How soft have we become? Can't take an excavator out into the woods to build yourself a cabin? Where would we be if we wouldn't allow that? Abe Lincoln wouldn't be here. He wouldn't have made it.
People are doing whatever the hell they want.
Look at what she found at
Damn
the
right we are.
All of these stolen
And we'll do it again, too.
credit cards with
Lock your
different
excavators.
names, a huge bag of what she believes is pot.
This is marijuana.
Also meth.
That's what everyone on the street is calling the clear.
Yep.
Squirrel says most of the illicit activity out here is being fueled by the drugs.
Alright, the clear, huh, bud?
Instead of waiting for city crews, volunteers also went in and cleaned up the encampment.
Andrea, what is this?
Wait, this can't be real. Wait, this is fake. This is actually fake. This is 100% fake. I've been had. This is a fucking joke. Wait. Wait. There's no... Okay, then this video has to be satire, though. There's no way they'd show a vibrator. They wouldn't do that. They don't have the balls. They don't have the chutzpah. So this one has to just be a joke. The Discovery Institute's got to just be memeing. Would they really show a vibrator on there? I don't think they would.
That's a weapon. They're like, no, we mean a gun or a knife. And I'm like, well, this is a lot more dangerous than a knife. He's driving a backhoe.
I wouldn't... Okay, let's not get carried away. Alright, it's an excavator. I would say a knife is still a little more dangerous. You can probably outrun the excavator. Plus it, like, moves slow enough, like, if it tries to, like, hit you with the bucket on it or whatever, like, you could probably avoid it if you're fast enough.
Seattle says the stolen bulldozer in subsequent events should be...
So he really did just bring a vibrator out there.
For somebody to have the nerve to take a piece of equipment...
Wait, that's crazy. That's real. Man said, I'm gonna build a log cabin and I'm having fun. I just shopped at Adam and Eve, damn it, and I'm gonna get my money's worth in peace. Why would it not be real? I don't know, it's just... Because, I mean, this guy says fuck. Like, the very first person in the interview says, no fucking way, uncensored on this broadcast, and then it goes to a damn vibrator. Plus, also, if you're building a log cabin, why are you bringing a vibrator? And especially this model of a vibrator. You're not getting any value out of the clitoral stimulator. Like, what are you gonna do with that? Put it on your taint? Like, that doesn't do a whole lot for you. Like, you'd probably use a different vibrator. Like, it just... A lot of the pieces of the puzzle weren't adding up. A threesome. I didn't even consider that possibility, of course. How did that one escape me? You need to you need to compact the soil somehow. Wait, alright. This guy builds log cabins. I forgot about the old trusty soil compacting vibrator. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I'm just not qualified to speak on the tools necessary to build it. Very cool story, though. Very interesting. It keeps you on your toes, that's for damn sure. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Man, that makes the forklift story look like small beans. Have you seen the news about the recent Somerset Gimp man who is banned from wearing leather gimp suits for 5 years? What's going on in the world? What? They're taking away all our freedoms. What happened? Why has he been banned from the suits? Oh, come on. Free my man. Somerset Gimp banned from wearing a gimp suit in public and crawling and wiggling or writhing on the ground for 5 years. I also like how they have to specify that not only can he not wear the suit, but he can't crawl and wiggle on the ground for 5 years at least. He was issued a sexual risk offender order after police linked him to 25 incidents across the country. How do you track that? What detective did they have on this case where he was going through like old security camera footage looking for someone in this suit wiggling around on the floor? Like, we got him. He was in Oklahoma back in December of 1998, and we told him not to. And then he did it again in 2007 at an Oregon concert for the Eagles. County. Oh, I thought it said country. Oh, I thought for sure that read country. I was like, holy shit. That is a brutal trail of breadcrumbs to follow. It was the latest in a series of incidents where a man in skin-tight dark clothing was seen writhing on the ground and stepping out in front of cars in remote locations since 2018. Why is he stepping out in front of cars? What the fuck is that? Wait, it's starting to all make sense now. I'd ban him too. What the fuck? Is banned from wearing black all-in-one garments or any combination which has the appearance of an all-in-one garment in public between 9 and 6 a.m. Well, look at this. Look at how much freedom he has, though. Wait a minute, this isn't all bad. He has all the way up until 8 p.m. He can start his day at a nice, smooth, like, 9 or 10 a.m., and he has a full day ahead of him wearing his gimp suit and wiggling around on the floor. He's got so much time. He just needs to change his business hours. I actually found a news article with the footage of the rioting. It's safe to watch on stream. It's called Police Investigate Unseen Footage of Somerset Gimp. Why? This case has got a lot of coverage. Interesting, okay. I'll see for myself if it seems to be of sexual nature. I'll be the judge of that. This could just be sporty. What an incredible start. Nothing sexual about this so far. This actually looks like something out of, like, the Babadook. Pretty cool. But I'm not convinced that there's anything fetishistic about it.
Who left you in the woods?
He's dehydrated. Give him something to drink. What is he saying? Bro was just chilling. Why are they bothering him? Well, they weren't. He kind of like wiggled up to them. Well, they probably thought he was dead, actually. I can totally understand why they'd like be a little concerned. Like, you're just going to the park and this happens. You'd probably be a little, you know, on edge too, I think. I love how in this video he is the suspected gimp. True. Yeah, they're not entirely sure. It could be anybody. It's just this is their chief suspect at the moment. Like, we're not... Allegedly, this is him. What makes you mad more than anything in the world? What gets under your skin and just ticks you off? I know that this is an iconic question once posed by the great Ned Schneebly in School of Rock, but it applies to what I want to talk about today, because for one unhinged psychopath, the answer to this question was so baffling he ends up throwing his life away for something extremely insignificant. We've all got mad at small things, right? Trivial shit that doesn't matter, whether it's, you know, getting killed in a video game that you think is the result of lag, or maybe someone gives you some goofy eyeballs and you don't like the way they look at you and it makes you feel a little uneasy and it makes you upset perhaps. We've all got mad at something mundane. But one man in Oregon just got so upset that a parade forced him to go on a bit of a detour that he decided to fucking bulldoze through the blockade and then drive through the parade, nearly hitting people, including children, and will now likely spend the rest of his life behind bars, rightfully so. This is an individual with a severe case of stick-it-to-the-man-neosis. He fucking lost his mind and filmed himself doing it the entire time, by the way, all because of a slight detour for a parade. Now, there was one intellectual in chat last night that for some reason his comment was so stupid that it's sticking with me and just marinating in my brain about this story. He said, "Why is he getting punished? No one got hurt." Brother, let me sit you down in the stupid chair real quick. You can't bulldoze through a blockade, and keep in mind, I haven't shown you the video yet, but I will in a second. There is a scene, like straight out of an old 90s action film, where he like ramps his car up on 2 fucking wheels in order to squeeze through the blockade more efficiently and blast through the parade. You can't do that because you're endangering all the lives around you. I can't believe that even needs explaining in any capacity at all. It blows my mind that I even need to tell you why that's bad. Especially when we've already seen a couple times in the past someone using their vehicle as a weapon during parades where they hit and kill people. Even if his goal wasn't the attempted murder of people at the parade, he almost hit people, and this easily could have ended up in a situation where he did hit, harm, or even kill people from this reckless action. So just because he narrowly avoided a fatal catastrophe doesn't mean that he shouldn't be punished. He is not fit to be in society. And not only that, I'm gonna go ahead and give away a big spoiler, he's also a fucking pedophile. He has a rap sheet that extends for like most of his life, and a lot of the crimes involve sex crimes with minors apparently. I'll just go ahead and play you the news segment here that we went over on stream. You see the video of the guy driving through the Portland parade? Oh, that was so fucking weird, yeah. He didn't hit anyone, but it was so weird. I didn't see the whole video, but I saw like the first bit.
Dashcam footage obtained by NBC affiliate KGW, submitted by prosecutors.
Brave showing it? No, he doesn't hit anyone. I don't exactly, they said road rage, but I don't exactly know what it was in particular, but for some reason he just drives to the parade and then just drives fucking through it. It's crazy. It was unhinged.
Frustrated, stuck in traffic due to road closures clearing the way for Portland's Grand Floral Parade. His anger boiling over.
They got it all blocked off. The Lloyd Center exit, the Convention Center exit.
Wait, so this was all over the road being blocked off for a parade? Holy shit. I don't think I've ever been that mad over anything in my life. Jesus, he's got that bitch up on 2 wheels. God damn. Like I said, he doesn't hit anyone, but look at this shit.
Bystanders sent running as the Chevy Avalanche.
That's terrifying. This is his camera POV. Well, yeah, obviously it's his camera POV. They didn't put like a drone on his hood or anything. For some reason, he records his own cabin, even though I can't imagine this is an isolated incident with this kind of blow up. Yeah, this is the guy. He caught himself in 4K.
Charged with 38 counts, including attempted assault and reckless endangerment. He has pleaded not guilty. Residents in
Not guilty, huh? Are we sure? I've been framed.
Court documents show Metcham is from Portland and has been in and out of prison and juvenile detention since he was 15 on sex abuse convictions against minors.
Whoa.
No trial date.
So he's a pedophile too. Good lord. What the fuck?
For these latest charges. Valerie.
All right, Aaron, thank
Well
you.
then.
Thanks for watching.
What a situation. All that because they blocked off the road for a fucking parade. They should just... Well, I mean, I don't think he's leaving jail again. 38 counts? I mean, shocker. You can't do this. You can't just drive through a parade like that. So I don't think he's going to be leaving jail anytime soon. He was probably late to the Chris Hansen meetup. I really wonder what he was in such a rush for. I am curious. Man heard the elementary school was about to get out and he wanted to go get good seats. I have no idea what he'd be so angry about for having like a slight detour. You would think someone would be careful driving when they have a suspended license. Well, not only that, you'd think he'd be even more cautious having a suspended license and also being a fucking pedophile. Like, the last thing you'd want is for people to know about you. This man just put himself out there in the biggest way possible. The Macy's going back to jail parade. Good one. Suspended license, no insurance, and he's self-recording. The self-recording might actually just be a court order, though, to make sure there's no children in his car. Like, I can't imagine this guy would be self-recording on his own volition. This had to be, like, the government stepping in saying, listen, you can have access to a motor vehicle, but we have to know who's inside your cabin at all times. The gall to plead not guilty, though, when he records himself doing it is incredible. I understand that that's probably just like the standard legal strategy, but man, that is very silly. Keep in mind, this is all alleged, of course, yes. He allegedly drove through the parade while recording himself screaming and running through this entire celebration, and then parking his car. It could have been anyone. We don't know yet. It was all AI. That's going to be a real legal defense strategy pretty soon. Your Honor, that's not my client. It's a deep fake. My client can't even make this face. I want to show you a bit from his dash cam perspective here because it's diabolical. He goes over the traffic cones and now he starts speeding up. He's treating this like it's a game of Grand Theft Auto 5, so he pops it up here. He's got his action movie stunt going on. He goes through the bigger blockades and the bigger trucks, and then he gets around to the actual parade. And this is where things get really scary. This is that kind of shit that has you hold your breath when you see the footage, because he is going fast. This man is fucking zooming. He is cruising here, nearly loses control because he, like, hops over the grass there, it seems. And then it almost feels like right here he starts contemplating whether or not to hit people. He then continues to drive through the parade for a lot longer, and there's also, like, a police officer that tries to get him to stop. He refuses to, and eventually drives out of the parade and away. All of this over having to just be slightly inconvenienced because of a detour due to a parade. It's fucking crazy. There are absolute lunatics out there. It's frightening. Just wanted to talk about it a little bit. That's it. Yep. Boy howdy, do I have a wacky story to share with you today. On today's episode of I Can't Believe It's Not Florida, we have the story of a man in New Jersey who crashed his car through a police station while listening to Welcome to the Jungle. So I'm guessing he had that song cranked to max volume and the adrenaline was pumping in his body. The song was reaching its crescendo. It's about to go into the chorus, and then this guy's eyes roll into the back of his skull. Welcome to the Jungle summons the spirit of Evel Knievel, takes the wheel, the demon of speed is there, puts the pedal to the metal, and just crashes into the police station, and then he, celebrates, kind of. It's an unbelievable clip here from the surveillance camera footage. He gets out of the car like a gymnast who just landed an impressive trick. He strikes a pose like he was expecting some kind of huge celebration, a massive round of applause as if it was a concert or something and he was performing. It's almost impressive just how much gusto he gets out of the car with. I don't know what he was expecting to happen next. Man thought he was in an audition for Expendables 5, I guess. He's a fucking action movie hero. I have to wonder what he thought would happen next. Maybe he expected them to let him off with a warning because it was so cool. The officers would come out there and just be like, brother, that was the most badass thing I've ever seen. Fist bump. God bless America. Now get out of here. This is your warning. But unsurprisingly, they didn't just slap him on the wrist and send him on his way. He is facing potentially life in prison, not only for this incident, but he actually did something very similar previous to this. This isn't his first rodeo with crashing a car into a building. So apparently he had crashed his gold Toyota SUV into a garage of a private residence to try and scare and harass the homeowner, which he is still facing charges for right now. So this fucking dangerous, unhinged goofball treats motor vehicles like they're missiles. He is just blasting these into any building. Nowhere is safe. You know that statistic that gets tossed around from time to time about how you're more likely to be killed in your chair in the living room than you are on a plane, in a plane crash? I'm starting to believe that now, because with this kind of person out there in the wild, you never know when a car is going to be just crashing through your walls like the Kool-Aid Man, like a fucking torpedo, and just hitting you in the living room out of nowhere. That is just... it's incomprehensible. So he's built up quite an impressive resume here with a lot of charges to his name. So for the first incident, he's facing burglary, criminal mischief, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and harassment. And now for this one, he's facing a terrorism charge, which carries a minimum sentence of 30 years and a maximum sentence of life, causing widespread injury or damage, aggravated assault, burglary, possession of a weapon for an unlawful purpose, and criminal mischief. The punishment fits the crime here. It's not like these are exaggerated charges. He just blindly blasted his vehicle into this building. He had no idea if there was going to be people on the other side of it, which could have easily killed people. So yeah, all of these charges really fit the crime. He is not safe to be in society, especially not behind the wheel of a vehicle. Now, one other thing I find shocking about this footage is how calm the officers are in responding to this. They make it seem like it's just routine, as if cars are just crashing through their walls every hour of every day. It's like they just get out there and they're annoyed, bothered. Oh, jeepers. Jiminy Christmas, another one? Alright, come here, son. I can't believe you've done this. Oh, bother. Alright, book him. Now we're gonna have to clean up another wall. I just don't know how it's possible to be that calm in that situation. They just look exhausted. They look tired and annoyed. Whereas, that would be the most shocking jump scare imaginable. Jump scares don't scare me in horror movies or horror games or anything like that, but this would probably actually have me shit myself. 100% I would stain my britches. That is the most unexpected thing to happen. And it's not like that's immediately what you would expect the sound to be. Like, they were in the room over, so they would have just mainly heard it as opposed to see it right away. That must have sounded like a bomb going off. My first thought would be that we had just been hit by a drone strike or something. I wouldn't immediately think like a car came through here or something. Like that I would be in a panic. I would be inconsolable. I'd be shaking. Meanwhile, these two officers here walk out like they'd just been rudely interrupted from their nap. It's just wild to me. Also, something I didn't mention. I mentioned that he had previously crashed into another building, a private residence. Well, what I didn't mention is that first crash had happened only minutes prior to this one. So this guy was just on a rampage. He must have been looping Welcome to the Jungle here, and it was bringing the worst out of him. Now, they haven't disclosed what the motive could have possibly been for crashing into the police station, but here's where I come into the equation, because I'm about to crack this case wide open. This is what I think happened. This is my theory. I got the corkboard up with a bunch of red lines drawn to a bunch of different scenarios. So let's piece together what we know for sure. His first crash into the private residence was due to a disagreement with the owner, and it was meant to scare and harass them. I think right after he committed to that, he knew shit was not going to go well for him, so he wanted to go out with a bang. So then he drove a few minutes away to the police station and turned himself in the only way he knew how. With Welcome to the Jungle sending him off like a WWE walkout song and a giant fucking explosion here of crashing through the building. I think his motive was truly he had just ruined his life prior by crashing through the private residence, and he just decided to go all in into the lunacy and then crash through the police station. That's what I think happened here, because there's no other potential explanation that I can think of, not even in the realm of science fiction. Like, I can't think of, maybe a possession or something, or like some kind of alien event or anything to try and explain away what could possibly have led to this. I really think it was him knowing that he had already committed a serious crime, and he just, I don't know, decided to go even harder for it and just call it quits by driving through the police station. Or another very likely explanation is he has severe mental illness and completely fucking snapped. That's also very possibly the case here. Who knows? I am excited to see when they finally reveal the motive, because he doesn't seem like a man who's going to be, tight-lipped. It doesn't seem like he's going to be hard to get the truth out of. He probably told them at the police station why he did it. They just haven't said to the public yet. He literally got out and celebrated like he just scored a fucking touchdown in an NFL game, right? This isn't a guy who's going to be super hard to get to the bottom of with his reasoning. He's probably an open book who will just tell them why he did it. But yeah, anyway, I just had to share this story and clip with all of you because, my goodness gracious, that is like something you would see as a fake headline in the background of a movie or a game or something. Just something that people would make up because it sounds ridiculous, but it actually happened. So yeah, that's really about it. See ya.
Neither of them.
Oh, Steve from Blue's Clues is out.
Judge Buzzard springs into action. And it's on.
Wait, the judge is going after them on foot himself?
Two escapees are in handcuffs and prison-issue sandals.
Oh, he ate shit. He's like the Terminator out here.
This bright orange clue here.
He's just slow riding it.
Made it to the third floor.
Uh-oh. Here he comes. Man, this guy loves justice.
Second. Just one floor away from freedom.
Oh God!
Buzzard is gaining some ground.
Judge Buzzard! About to fucking eat him! Oh!
The judge tackles the lagging defendant just outside the
exit
to the building. Both have second-degree escape added to
their
charges.
There you go.
I didn't try to escape to get out. I tried to escape to get well, and I tried to do what I could, do what I could do to get my drug addiction.
What?
Head now to Jackson, Michigan.
Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. He was just running from the courthouse to rehab. He didn't want to wait.
This man, Jacob Larson. This incident's a violation of a restraining order against Jacob.
All those messages were like, a lot of them were like last year.
Man, you really can't afford like a usable camera here. This quality is abominable. It's like a fucking picture of Sasquatch.
4 months earlier.
Yeah, I know. It's like this, like fatal attraction.
Are there even people here? This is just like a video game glitch, like when you go out of bounds.
I told you. You know what? I told you to leave her alone. And apparently that.
Oh, please fight again. God damn it, I want to see it again.
Hey, you're going to jail for
You and her are all
You know what? You got a bad attitude. You had a bad attitude last time you were in court. Okay?
You and her are buddy. Y'all get along.
He's probably fucking your girl. What do you think about that?
County jail. You want to go for a year? Try it right now.
Do it.
One more
He's bluffing. He doesn't have the power.
Over Facebook.
You're going to jail for a year in the county. 365 days county jail.
Can't do it.
What do you mean you can't? It's crazy how many people say you can't do that. He's the fucking judge. Like, what do you mean? This man can tell you have to stand on a corner with your butthole flexed in front of a traffic light if he wanted to.
Put your hands behind your back. Get to know you all too much. I'm a good corporate. 93 days.
It holds true. The quickest way to tell when someone's an insufferable asshole is when they call themselves a good person or a nice person. That's how you immediately know that you will never like that person, and they certainly are not good or nice.
As he pulls out what appears to be...
He's going in!
No one seems to notice until...
He's making a statement.
Shockingly, he lights up. And this time it's noticed immediately.
Hey! We the people deserve better.
Oh, what a hero. My man.
We the people deserve better.
And on that day, weed was legalized.
Taken away by the court officer, slapping Boston with a disorderly conduct charge, as well as another charge of possession.
But he can sleep easy at night knowing that he was on the side of justice and brought change. The joint that changed everything.
There's a lot of things that you can do, and your life doesn't have to be over.
That is a useless law, but that was such a fucking dumb idea. Like, what did he expect? My god, he's so brave. That's it, I'm changing the law right now.
Apparently here's some snickering from Casal's family sitting in the gallery.
What the fuck?
You can go too. Whoever can sit here at a tragic moment like this and laugh and smile.
No, throw her in jail, fuck that. If I was a judge and heard that, she'd be going right to jail, fuck her.
You cannot come down
what
to
a
the
piece of
Frank
shit.
Hall of Justice. Ma'am, you are being taken into custody for criminal contempt. Your disruptive and disrespectful behavior disrupted today's proceedings, and you, ma'am, are going to the Wayne County Jail for 93 days for direct contempt.
Now that's what I'm fucking talking about. Well, it's been a while since I've had a full-blown justice boner, and that just triggered it. I wish it was more than 93 days, though.
Donna seems to have learned a serious lesson from just one night behind bars.
Don't you fucking dare let her out.
Miss Coulson, is there something you'd like to say?
Yes, I deeply apologize.
In fact, laugh at her. Laugh at her. Laugh in her face. A hearty belly laugh. Ho ho ho. Ha ha ha. Judge reprimands father of 40 children. Holy shit. 40?
Next, we're in Miami, Florida, where Judge Nushin Safey's about to
Thanks, Brian
recognize a
Christ.
familiar name on her bond hearing docket.
Johnny Ray Smith Jr. Oh my God.
These two have a storied history, and you're gonna hear all about it. In that same case, Smith revealed to the court that he had fathered more than 30 children.
God damn.
Remember she was pregnant and she had another kid, so I'm at 40 now.
Holy shit. All of a sudden, two people in the chat are like, wait a minute, it's my dad.
No, listen, I never went back to the house. I never called.
You didn't listen to anything I said.
No, I did. I left.
She seems a little interested. She's playful with you. You might be looking at another 10 children coming up soon.
Charges today,
as well as the allegations before the court at this point.
Just make it clear that my history with him is as a judge.
Mr. Smith.
You're not staying there, correct?
So what is he here for? Just to like brag about how many kids he has?
Mr. Smith, just
Ditched her
answer
with
yes
2
or no.
kids. Condoms, use them.
Okay.
That's fucking nuts.
fan of Court Cam.
40 kids. Holy shit. Man caught with drugs in the courtroom, huh?
filled with some kind of powder. He's not entirely sure what it is. So he has it tested.
He snorts it.
It turns out to be cocaine.
Jackpot.
So the court...
Are these the potential suspects?
And this man steps up to the gate. Watch closely as he moves his hat. One more time.
Why would he bring cocaine here? And put it in his hat, of all places, the worst place to put it.
Arrest. Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam.
What a fucking horrible idea. That's like the one place and one hiding spot you would never want to use. Man gets 100 days for sassing the judge. Good. Let's see the sass.
So I'm gonna raise the bond.
I hope he earned it.
I actually have a car that I'm trying to sell on Craigslist. Stop talking. I'm gonna give you a public defender. Michael. All right.
Hey, he was just trying to sell his car.
Next up is Michael Ray.
He committed a crime just to plug his car.
4 charges.
Your Honor, the county's requesting $25,000 full cash.
Hey, thanks for the 5 gift subs. Everyone loves Ray. Thank you, Ray.
You think that's funny?
I think it's hilarious.
Sarcasm won't get him a reduction, and the judge lets him know it.
He's lucky I didn't hold him in contempt.
Ray just had his bond doubled.
Nice, let's triple it.
But as he re-enters the hallway,
and then he can negotiate it down.
Hope I see him in the street.
Bring him in.
This guy's watched way too many anime moments here. He thinks he's like really badass.
Ray's language isn't the only thing to upset the judge. According to court officials, the defendant also gave her the middle finger, when, sure enough, Ray comes back for more.
Here he comes. Sir, I'm holding you in contempt for what you did.
What you're holding me in?
And so...
You shut up, man.
All right, you can take it back.
That's right.
That felt like something right out of GTA RP.
He's done.
I think we need to.
Yeah.
Can we bring him back?
Yes.
What started out as 4 serious charges has grown into a grand total of 10.
Nice, go for 20. Don't be a bitch.
Yeah. No, I figure that's just a
That definitely cut deep on the lawyer being called the useless like that.
Thanks for being a fan of
He
Court
didn't like
Cam,
that.
where it's very early on a Sunday morning, and all is quiet. Until...
Oh, shit! I was expecting that, but I thought it was gonna be like a garbage truck.
Their pickup right through the front of the building to steal an ATM machine just off camera.
Oh.
This is just
one
of a series of recent break-ins involving
I see.
ATMs, just as the truck hits the gas to dislodge the ATM. With nothing more than what appears to be a bare cash deposit box,
Nice.
thieves come up empty and drive off.
What do you mean empty? They were there for that little
3
box.
days later, after the courthouse boarded up the windows,
This is some fucking straight up Tom and Jerry shit.
finish the job. Angel Lopez, Thomas Ortega, and Toby Perkins are arrested and charged with theft.
Could they have woken the guy in the top left up for his mugshot at least?
Their lookouts. Thanks for being a fan of Court Cam. Subscribe to
Holy
A&E
shit. So they actually did get money out of them? Isn't it extraordinarily difficult to actually break into one of those? Like, here, let me see. What would I type in to find that? Maybe this would work? Well, yeah, now it just looks like I'm planning a crime here. When you think of go-karts, what do you picture? Kids in go-karts having fun? Or greasy, grisly men competing in a blood sport for the sake of glory, fame, and a place in the history books? If you picture go-karting as some weenie hut junior sport only enjoyed by children and young adults for some fun, then you're disgusting, pathetic vermin who doesn't understand real high-octane nuts-to-butts motorsports. In the world of racing, go-karting is the most extreme, a sport only fit for the most high-caliber athletes chosen by the Olympian gods. And yesterday, during one of the go-karting championships, madness erupted. Chaos engulfed the championship circuit as 2 drivers really got into a heated battle with countless deaths. They're still trying to get an accurate body count for the amount of corpses they piled up in this feud, which you would expect with stakes as high as the go-karting championship. I'll just go ahead and play the clip for you because it is truly unbelievable stuff here.
What's he doing?
What is Luca Corberi playing at? Oh, Luca Corberi, what on earth is he doing? I'm sorry, that is absolutely unacceptable. As Kramers makes the move on Baz Lammers, Luca Corberi makes himself public enemy number 1.
So Slenderman over there that tossed that front bumper in the go-kart track is Luca Corberi, a massive douchebag and insufferable asshole who got very upset at this championship race yesterday because he fucking sucks as a driver who's been stuck in the go-karting league for like a decade now with dreams of making it as an F1 driver, which he is absolutely fucking burned with this right here. And he gets upset because he got into an accident that was probably his own fault, and he's blaming one driver in particular out there, so he throws the bumper, hoping to cause an accident and hurt the kid. Luckily, Luca is bad at everything he does, so he wasn't even able to succeed with that plan, couldn't even sabotage the kart, and in fact, the kid just hits the bumper right back at Luca and hits him in the foot. Hopefully it left a little bruise or something as a constant reminder of his ineptitude. It's just really pathetic stuff. Luckily no one was hurt with this little stunt here, but Luca wasn't done. This isn't where his road rage stops. His insecurities are very deep. What a real tough guy, charging him when he had no idea he was there. Fucking Luca lurking in the shadows, going for like some kind of stealth Ninja Turtles attack here. Now it's important to note, Luca is not a child. Luca is 23 years old, and the person that he's having this fight with is Paolo Ippolito. I'm not sure how old he is. Some people are claiming he's 16 years old, whereas I've seen things claim that he's 24. So his age is as mysterious as how the pyramids were built, but what is clear here is that Luca is about a foot taller than him. It looks like if I got into a fight with my father. And yet Luca is such a pussy that he still couldn't just square up man to man and settle the beef that way. He had to charge from out of nowhere with a fucking wrestling takedown on someone that had no idea that they were there. He's just such a fucking coward, so Paolo is twice the man that Luca is, and it doesn't stop there. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree in the Luca Corberi household. His father gets in on the action. The older man in the coat that comes storming in is Luca Corberi's father, who again goes for a cheap shot on Paolo. It's so fucking pathetic. I know that it's not the Middle Ages anymore and honor doesn't mean anything, but if you're throwing a sucker punch or attacking someone that doesn't even know you're there, you're a giant coward and a huge fucking pussy, and I have no respect for people like that. So basically the Corberi family here in a nutshell. And now I can't show the rest of the video here because it does go on, but Corberi's father throws punches at Paolo, and you have to be a real fucking idiot to throw punches at someone wearing a goddamn helmet, so he definitely probably broke a few fingers there, and he gets it bad. Corberi's father actually gets his ass beat by the pit crew because Corberi's father went even more ballistic than his son, and the pit crew stepped in, and it was a big mess. So overall, I don't know what's going to happen to Luca Corberi, hopefully banned from the sport, as well as his father being banned from any kind of sporting event as like a spectator or whatever the fuck he does, because that shit is absolutely unacceptable. That is absolutely outrageous, and somebody really could have gotten hurt. Luckily, the only people that got hurt were the Corberi family. They started all of this and they walked away, actually the only ones that got hurt, so at least there's some justice there. And yeah, that's really about it. I bet you didn't expect go-karting to be so cutthroat, absolutely brutal, huh? Pretty wild shit. That's about it. See ya.